In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this pasta board. Enjoy! So I started by cutting some slots with my plate jointer. And what this allows me to do is put these little biscuits, which don't actually taste very good, into the slots and lets me line up the pieces of wood that I'm gluing together. And this is great if you're gluing up a large surface, or a tabletop or something, because that way all your boards will be in line with each other on the same plane, and you can keep the board as thick as possible, because if you have some boards that are higher than others, after sanding it down you really lose a lot of thickness. And I went a little bit crazy here on the glue. Biscuits don't add a lot of strength in terms of holding the joint together. They're more just used for alignment. But at the time I didn't really know, so as you can see here I'm kind of smothering everything with wood glue. And one thing I could have done to avoid having to sand so much is using a damp cloth and just wiping down the joints right after gluing. And this would have just got rid of the excess glue, and again would have led to a lot less sanding. Using my very sophisticated straight edge here, I cut off the ends of the pasta board, and that's because I'm going to fit another piece, just aesthetically it looks nice, to kind of cap the ends. As you can see here, I attached this side piece again with my plate jointer and biscuits. Now these pasta boards generally have a lip on one or both sides, and this just allows it to kind of hang on to the edge of the counter, so when you're kneading dough or using it to make pasta, it doesn't slide or move around on your countertop. So, as you know, wood will expand along its width. So for this panel, I decided to use screws on each of the four corners and then plug it with a dowel. So my thinking is, by putting 4 screws in each corner, it'll allow the middle 4 pieces of the pasta board, the main section of it, to expand through the seasons, but the sides and the lip will stay relatively stable. And the way I achieve this is the biscuits that I cut on the side pieces are actually a lot larger than the biscuit I put in. So the biscuits have a little bit of room to move. Another way I could have done the sides was to do a tongue and groove joint. And I think if I were to remake this breadboard, that's the type of joint I would use along the sides. So after the lip was glued, it was a little bit proud, so I made sure everything was smooth and flush with my belt sander. Now, just because of the way the board is, you're going to be perhaps pushing your waist or stomach against the board when it's on the counter, and so I want it to be comfortable. So I just used my router here to make a nice round over and make it a little less sharp. So I just used a sandpaper on a piece of wood, and I just broke down all the sharp edges on the board. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. If you have any questions or comments about the board, make sure to leave them down below and I'll do my best to get back to you.